back. That was weird. I don't know what happened. Alright, y'all, give me 1 second. Just set this bitch up. Hold on. Oh, you don't say. Huh. That's interesting. Give me 1 second, let me set this up.
You like my shirt?
Yes. What the hell? What is it?
It's a Mardi Gras mask.
I can't even tell. I see it now. Alright.
Are you hungry?
No, not really.
No, not really.
God damn, I'm tired, son.
Hey, I'm not going to the parade tomorrow because I gotta go to the store and get stuff to take down to the hotel. For Monday. Hotel.
Oh. I thought you said.
Did you want to go to the parade tomorrow night?
Not really.
Are you coming down at all? I mean, I'm not getting a whole bunch of stuff
probably.
down there. I'm gonna get some sandwich stuff.
I'll probably come down there at some point.
I mean, you're not spending the night though.
No.
Do you have school Monday?
Yes.
You're just off Tuesday?
Yeah. Alright. Shit. Damn it. Stay unplugging this shit. Yeah, I know, I got it. L stream L got it. Yeah, I know. Hold on, bro. It's because I gotta switch it from HDCP off. And then when I want to watch YouTube later when I go to sleep on my PlayStation, I gotta turn HDCP on. Or else my Elgato won't work. And, it's just the thing they do so that we can't stream like Netflix and shit from our Elgato, from our PlayStation. That's the only reason they really do it. It's really stupid. But I get it. Because there sure are motherfuckers that will sit out there and stream it. Well, we should be good now. I gotta repair this. Wouldn't have this problem if you had an Xbox. Pretty sure I would. Oh. Let me turn this shit down. Let me go do potions class first. Oh fuck. Is this ready? Ready in 4 minutes.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Shut up. Yo, you got a bong? No. No, I don't have a bong.
It's tradition in my family.
What are those? Here we go.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Possibly. But where's the fun and simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why not me? I collect the books and remove the charm myself. Except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around. So she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner
Why
that
not?
they were your books?
I don't know.
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
My dog just opened my bedroom door.
Are these dirty?
Yeah. What are you doing for dinner?
You said you weren't hungry.
I am now. Oh shit.
Thought about running to Zach's because I kind of want a salad.
That's fine.
I think Mary's gonna stay with us Monday night. I'm gonna have to bring that air mattress.
Down there?
Yeah.
Let me see what Zaxby's has.
I plan on getting very drunk. I'm just telling you.
Very drunk?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I need a drunk fest. All my stress at work.
Okay, why are you telling my whole stream this?
Oh, they might want to know.
Why do you want them to know?
How many freaking belts you got laid up over here?
I couldn't find one.
I just bought you one.
I know, I wore it.
Which one is it?
It's the one around my pants.
Oh. That's a nice belt.
I'm not wearing it right now.
It's not right. I guess this is the...
Just give me the boneless, 8 boneless wing meal. The great 8 boneless wing meal. What are you doing? Taking selfies? It comes with 8 boneless wings. I need to find my damn headphone case.
I think you brought it somewhere and lost it.
I don't think so. I think it's in the washing machine.
No, it ain't.
How you know?
Because I've washed everything. It would be in the washing machine.
It wasn't in any of my pants.
It would have came out. I've looked all over this room.
You look back here? Under here? Huh?
No.
Huh?
I didn't pull all that stuff out.
Oh, shit. Y'all give me a second.
What is it that you want? You said
Grade 8 boneless wing meal.
grade 8?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Accio!
Does it come with something?
Fries.
Grade 8?
Yeah.
Some kind of sauce?
Ranch.
Hot honey mustard or something?
Hot honey mustard.
Accio! Accio! This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens.
Revelio. Accio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Where the fuck is this last page, bro? The flying book. I don't see no goddamn flying book nowhere, bro. I try to go up here and it fucking tells me to come back down. Bro, you looking like a snack. Thanks. Bro, where the fuck is
Revelio. Protego. Incendio. Accio. Levioso.
Q/A. Yeah, ask me something. Go ahead. It's going good. I'm just ready to fucking get it over with. Know what I mean?
Accio. Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both
Yeah, I've looked into a
discipline
couple.
and intellect.
Most of them weren't until I graduate.
You will
though.
begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Shit would be lit. You go to Hogwarts for college, that'd be lit,
Not
bro.
forgotten how to stir.
I'm getting all the bitches.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased.
Getting high
Others,
with
however,
goblins.
may be harder
Oh
to
god.
obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Oh shit.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
A well-prepared.
So I wonder if that's gonna affect the story.
Keep your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Dragon Tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Professor Sharp said
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration.
Was it?
You can't
imagine
how
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Accio! Accio!
reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
How nice to see you, my young friend.
My brother called the lost brother.
What are you up to now?
Oh my god. My ass finna fall asleep, y'all. Tired as fuck. Damn, that boy stood there for a minute. My ass fell asleep for a minute. Oh yeah. Sure fucking did. My ass really fell asleep for a minute straight. I'm probably gonna do that shit again. It's fun.
Revelio.
What the hell? Is this Hogwarts? I mean, no shit, Zach. No, this ain't Hogwarts. Dumb motherfucker. I mean, is this Hagrid? What the fuck over here is doing that?
Revelio.
Your food.
Accio.
Wear your boots today?
Levioso.
Huh?
Incendio.
You wear these today?
Lumos.
Huh?
You wore your boots?
Yeah.
Come get your food.
Uh-huh.
Revelio.
Your case? You don't think it could have fallen in a drawer somewhere, do you?
Do what?
You don't think your case could have fallen in a drawer?
Maybe. It'll be alright, I'll find it. I'll find it.
You're not going out nuts without it?
Mom, I'll find it.
Come get your food.
I'll be right back.
You have to get a drink because I drank from your cup. I drank out of your cup. What the heck? I was thirsty.
Oh. Shit. I guess I'll put something on for us to watch while I eat. Huh?
You want this ranch?
Yeah.
Here.
Can you walk it up here?
Can you catch it from here?
Oh my god.
Why do I gotta walk?
I'm coming.
Can you catch? Of course not.
You didn't even throw it to me. You threw it at the floor. Jesus. Ugh. Eat this. What the fuck did I do with my fork? Oh. You should finish what Voldemort started. Can I? Am I allowed to do that? I have no idea. Do Highland cows make good pets?
Why are you running from the police? Bruh. Did you break into a house? Did you burglarize a house?
Hell no. Bro, get away from the car, bro. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk.
We were talking before. You were just talking to these officers.
But I don't want to talk to you, though.
Did you break into a house?
No.
Okay, well, why are you in custody, then?
I don't know.
You don't know. You have no idea why you've been arrested.
No idea, sir. Why you got hair coming out your nose? I'm just
bullshitting. Hair coming out of my nose and...
I'm just bullshitting. Nah, I ain't breaking no house, though, man.
You didn't break into any house?
What channel this is?
Channel 2.
Channel 2, H2. Hey, man. Y'all
want to say anything to your mom or anything like that, or anyone you know?
My bad, Mom. My bad. I'll be home a couple days.
He said, my bad, Mom.
Were you hurt when you were running away from...
I'm a bite, my neck. He tied me in the neck, boy. I'm just bullshitting.
I'm just bullshitting.
All right, well, you have a good one then. What's your name?
Paul.
What?
Paul.
Paul, what's your last name, Paul?
I don't know. Yeah, I gave you the first one.
Well, good luck to you.
Dear future generations, I think I speak for the rest of us when I say, sorry. Sorry we left you with our mess of a planet. Sorry that we were too caught up.
That shit's stupid. Cringe. Oh, let's look at these.
I've never been in a cop car.
23-year-old Mohammed El Ghassil and 22-year-old Abraham Yaqub did not seem too concerned about the lives they put in danger after troopers arrested them for street racing.
The handcuffs are a little bit tight, but it's okay, I guess. BBC News. Abraham and Mo were caught racing on the Causeway Street.
A Florida highway patrolman clocked the white Audi RS5 doing 130 on the Courtney Campbell Causeway, with the red Mustang shortly trailing behind Saturday evening. The two told troopers they weren't racing, but had been fasting all day and were late for dinner.
There's a dinner we made for our friends tonight. We're trying to catch it. That was it.
We might be a little late now.
I am. family. It's 8:10.
Officers also found $7,000 in the Audi.
What's up with all the cash?
I have a body shop.
But on the ride to jail, things started to set in.
I'm good. I'm not worried about you. Your parents are gonna kick our.
Troopers say Abraham already had a bad driving record with other speeding tickets. The Courtney Campbell is a street racing hotspot, and while troopers weren't available to go on camera, they say if an arrest won't scare people, maybe getting this out there will.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are we able to? Can we able to bail out tonight?
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor. Not a felony.
But like, it's not gonna go on the news or anything.
Depends. I don't know.
In Pinellas County, Dan Maddox, Fox 13 News.
It's not going on the news or nothing, right? Nah, it's on the news, dog. And teen woke up from a coma speaking a different language.
Teenager is struggling to recover from a severe concussion. His
fuck?
parents say when he woke up, though, he was speaking only Spanish, a language he had never spoken fluently before.
How the fuck?
Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief live in Gwinnett County on this with some video of the
There ain't no
incident.
way.
And Tony, why his parents want
I
to
don't
warn
believe it.
everyone about the dangers of concussions.
Concussions are very dangerous. He'll start speaking Spanish.
Concussion playing soccer. He says the sport is his passion. He wants to play it professionally, but everything's unclear right now. He can't go to school. His family's struggling, and they don't know what the total impact is. What do you remember about that game?
Not really anything.
This is the collision late last month that has turned Ruben Anselmo's life upside down. He was playing goalie for an elite Gwinnett County-based national team when he dove for the ball. Another player kicked him in the head.
Oh.
Ruben's coach says the teenager stopped breathing several times.
I was in shock and panic, right? And then he would come back, then he start throwing up. It was a sequence of things that
that's scary.
I've never seen, really. It was bad.
You thought you might lose him there.
I thought I might lose him there.
Ruben was airlifted to Atlanta Medical, where he spent several days in a coma.
Our life has changed through this process.
Sí, hablo mucho español.
And when he did wake up, his parents say he spoke only in Spanish at first, a language he'd never spoken fluently before.
I wonder if
for now, Ruben
maybe he
stays
was
at
around
home,
a bunch of like
twirling a
Spanish
ball
kids.
and watching games
a lot
on
of Spanish
TV.
kids play
Sometimes
soccer.
I days out. Sometimes like.
So maybe he
I feel like I'm not there.
Maybe he, what's it called? He would like hear them speak in Spanish, but like he never knew what it meant. But like he would hear him say common things such as like golazo or I don't know, common shit. He would hear him say it over again. After a while, like subconsciously, you're gonna like remember that.
But I am.
He hopes one day to be back on the pitch himself. And when he does return, his coach wants him and every other goalie to wear a helmet.
Everybody's waiting till that big thing happened before they start wearing the mask. We
His
should
code
try
got
to
changed
prevent these things
when
from
he
happening earlier.
rebooted. What the fuck?
As for that Spanish speaking, his family and friends say for those first few days after he came out of a coma, he couldn't speak a lick of English. It was only Spanish. They say his fluency now is kind of fading away, but he still talks it quite a bit. The family says their medical bills so far have at least $200,000. Friends have set up a GoFundMe site trying to raise some money. You can have a link to that on our website,
Holy shit. Learn to read Korean in 5 minutes.
I'm not obligated to, and I can't afford to.
Guess what? Doesn't matter.
You can't just tell me I have 2 weeks to find somewhere.
You've had over a month, and
no, I haven't.
Look, you have done nothing but dig your heels in.
She thinks she's about to have a schizophrenia attack.
And try and make me feel bad about your.
No, I haven't. I've been trying to educate you.
No, your education is brainwashing.
No, it's not. You just won't listen to me.
No, I'm not gonna listen to this crap. Now you talk.
I have schizophrenia.
I don't care what you have. I don't. It doesn't mean we live in squalor. And it doesn't mean you're a bully.
I'm not even a bully. You literally detonate me, misgender me, and tell me that.
Apparently it's not clear to people that I am mentally and physically disabled. I can't just go out and get a fucking job. Apparently I have to remind people
Yes, you fucking can.
that we're in the middle of the people have been asking for updates, and I'm gonna.
There are people who are fucking literally autistic, like, non-functioning autistic. Not high functioning, low functioning, and they still have jobs.
Update and also clear some things up. Apparently it's not clear to people that I am mentally and physically disabled.
If you're in the age of being able to live alone, and you live with your parents, and you nag them, and you nag them, and you nag them, it's a possibility that eventually they will kick you out. That being said, it's not because you are mentally ill, it excuses you
find this
from
interesting?
everything.
Do you know Alba and Preach? I love
Your
Alba and Preach.
illness is not an excuse for
They're
everything.
like the
I cannot
only
be a jackass to this
good,
man, and after that,
I guess you could
claiming
say
on,
guru
hey, you know what, I'm mentally ill.
type of channels.
At some point, I'm gonna have to do something about it.
They're the ones that expose
At some
pressure.
point, I'm gonna have to do something about it, and not to be a problem to people, or not to be a burden to people. You understand what I'm saying? Third thing that I'm gonna say, the mom said, "Oh, you're not allowed to be a bully and everything and stuff like that." That's what I've been finding every community that's been ostracized being. They eventually become a bully. They eventually become a bully. We could name the community. It's gonna be that. Whether it's women with feminism, at first needed, then become a bully. Whether it's become the community, first needed, then you become a bully. That's why your mama kicked your ass out.
On the point of this topic,
is your ass?
I'm gonna give you the spicy take. This is a spicy take.
Go ahead.
I don't even think she got schizophrenia. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just listening to
I don't
her
either.
talk and her going through that whole thing, I think some people just love the whole mental health label.
I didn't want to go there.
I'll go there.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think. I think exactly that. I think she's just trying to guilt trip her mom so she doesn't have to fucking get a job and be a fucking functioning adult. I think she just wants an excuse.
To me, bitch. I'll say, I don't think she do. I don't think she got it.
At all.
That's you. I don't care.
That's you.
She said
I
she
think
thinks
people-
she's finna have a schizophrenic attack.
Like all kinds of layers.
fuck?
I've seen people fucking claim the autism thing with
Bro.
zero diagnoses because it's cool to be autistic.
Bro.
Okay, listen, I'm not joking. There is something very bizarre with people wanting to claim illnesses and issues that they don't have.
It's been
It's
going-
like the Rachel Dolezal thing.
Yes.
Same thing with ADHD, bro. Like, I actually fucking have ADHD. I'm prescribed fucking medication that I take every fucking day for it. And there are motherfuckers out there that think it's cute to pretend to have it. Like, bro, I struggle.
You need to.
I fucking
that
struggle.
thing,
Yes.
Forget transracial.
To
Trans
function
diagnosis.
every day.
Yes. It's been going like that for years. Remember? I remember when I was.
She said you dead named me, you misgendered me, you won't acknowledge. Like, oh my gosh, like how many layers of pressure you going on in this household? Really? I'm just saying. I could be wrong.
No.
Could
No,
come out that.
I don't think you are.
But, you know, just hearing her talk. And
So
like,
many
I don't think
people
realize that.
self-diagnose nowadays too, bro. Everybody wants to be fucking special and fucking felt bad for. Nobody wants to fucking actually fucking do anything about the predicament. They just want to be fucking catered to and fucking felt bad for again. I don't know. Let me go bring this downstairs real quick. Oh, what up, Shadow? I'll be right back. Oh god, everybody has some fucking form of anxiety, bro. I fucking hate when people say, "Oh, I have social." I hate fucking public speaking. I hate public speaking. So does newsflash. So does fucking everybody else.
Somebody just
Why,
didn't
Rao?
smell right. It's like, oh,
What do you
can't
think,
find a
Rowdy?
job?
What
Probably
do you
can't
think?
With those piercings in your nose.
What do you think?
You probably can't with that hair
Huh?
color and that unscruffed.
What do you think? What are you thinking, Rao? Huh? Tell him. Look, tell him. Tell him what you think. Tell him what you think. You can't have ranch. You don't need ranch. Oh god, people claiming they have mental disorders, almost like the videos promoting obesity and saying that people are fat phobic. People want to seem oppressed and special. Yes, all the time. It's like those girls who fucking record themselves at the gym and they get mad when fucking Rowdy doesn't have a thought behind those eyes.
Look,
he's worried about
listen.
licking my fucking desk from where I just ate
looks like
chicken.
a giant brat. Who
That's
doesn't
all
wanna
he's
assume
worried about.
responsibilities and is trying to be interesting by looking crazy.
Love
That's what
his
it
house.
appears on the outside.
That's the
looking.
same thing with the people that dye their fucking hair green like this lady has. They all fucking want to be special and
Yeah,
stand
For
out.
the parent who's being patient, it's like, yo, listen. You of age, it's time for you to be an adult. She didn't want to kick her out. She said, pay your part of the rent. Pay your part of the rent. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to ask.
Not at all.
I don't think that's and if she's saying that, you know why that probably is? It's probably because this kid's not going to school. They're not doing much with their life. They don't have a job either.
See,
it's
I don't
like
gotta pay
you're
rent
being a
'cause I'm going to fucking
deadbeat,
college.
And you're hiding behind this mental
I'm gonna
illness
have a
and
good
this kind
job
of
in a
bullying
couple
to try
months,
to
so.
emotionally manipulate me into doing what you want. That's what it
Yeah, it's all for
appears like
attention.
on the outside. Now, there's a lot of details that can make me change my mind. Okay, but just using the few words that the mom used, and also what's
Oh yeah,
interesting is the
where are we at? 5 minutes? That's what she looks like. I'll show you the. Let's
I'm
just.
not obligated to, and I can't.
So she said, I have 2 weeks to find somewhere to live. I think I'm about to have a schizophrenic attack. Please, TikTok, help me find somewhere I can live because I don't have much time. And then this is the video.
I'm not obligated to, and I can't afford to.
Guess what? Doesn't matter.
You can't just tell me I have 2 weeks to find somewhere.
You've had over a month, and
No, I haven't.
look, you have done nothing
This is
but
a
dig your
grown
heels
adult.
in and try and make me feel bad about your.
No, I haven't. I've been trying to educate you.
No, your education is brainwashing.
No, it's not. You just won't listen to me.
No, I'm not gonna listen to this crap. Now you talk.
I have schizophrenia.
I don't care what you have. I don't. It doesn't mean we live in squalor, and it doesn't mean you're a bully.
I'm not even.
That's what I said. Schizophrenic attack. That's not even a fucking
You literally
thing.
detonate me, misgender me, and tell me that.
Apparently, it's not clear to people that I am mentally and physically disabled. I can't just go out and get a fucking job. Apparently, I have to remind people that we're in the middle of people have been asking for updates, and I'm going to update and also clear some things up. Apparently, it's not clear to people
That is
I am
not
mentally
what
and
is happening
physically
here.
disabled.
If you're in an age,
Yeah, she's freaking out because her mom's about to kick her out because she doesn't fucking pay her bills.
being able to live alone, and you live with your parents, and you nag them, and you
Alright,
nag them.
yeah, we already saw this. Let's go back. Right here.
Is the girl filmed it and put this online? You know how delusional you have to be to put that shit up and think you're gonna be the one who's gonna get sympathy?
Facts.
You filmed that interaction with your mom, not with your mom. If your mom would have put up that video, I would have felt different. But it was you who decided to film that
People
interaction
like
and
this
upload
do
it.
ruin the world.
That's
They really
you trying
do,
to
bro.
garner sympathy from people and manipulating them. That's you. I'm just saying.
What's a day in Priest's life look like? I wake up in the morning like everybody else.
Oh,
Then,
God,
well,
listen
I
to
take
that.
care of.
Yeah.
I'm going to you.
Alright. Oh, yeah.
I have some thoughts on this as a mentally and physically disabled person. This person uploaded.
What do you think her mental and physical disailments are? I'm gonna say forehead too big, eyebrows too far apart. That's her.
A video screaming
That's
at
her
their parent
ailment.
because they wanted 4 weeks notice when they are not obligated to get that because they are not paying rent to live there. They use the excuse of being mentally and physically disabled to not be able to get a job. Let's talk about that. I myself am physically and mentally disabled. I've gotten 4 jobs during the pandemic. And before anyone says it's because I live in a big city, I got 2 of those jobs in a very tiny city with under 3,000 people. Yes, disabilities can be debilitating, and that's what they are, disabilities. Which sometimes mean you can't always work, and that's fine. But from what she said, I know personally tons of people that work with the disabilities that they have. Using disabilities to be completely rude to random people or your parents or family is not okay. And it's definitely not okay to use your disability as an excuse to not pay rent wherever you're living.
It's been going on for ages because I remember when I was in elementary school, there's some people that faked having an eye problem because they wanted to have classes because the classes were cool.
Yep.
It's been going since then. Yeah. Then after that, when
There was a kid in my elementary school who used to pretend like his leg was fucking broken so that he could wear a cast.
After it was glasses.
Or a boot. He pretended
glasses. Then after
his
that
ankle
it
was fractured.
Contacts, right? After contacts, it was before contacts was braces. Some people were getting braces, wanted to get braces. Some people that you know just wanted braces because they like the attention. There's some people always like whenever when we hit high school and there was like this store that you could buy some stuff. They would buy the bandage. It's like, oh, I hurt myself. Just to look like they hurt yourself because they like the attention. Oh, what happened to... Some people really just want to be asked, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what happened to you? They just want to be asked that. Like, hi, how are you?
He
How was your
pretended to
day?
be
It's none enough
blind.
for some motherfuckers, and they want to re-up on stuff. And now... A couple of years back was ADD. Now motherfuckers are on the spectrum. You know what I mean? They're Asperger. We can't say that no more. They're on the spectrum. And now it's all this rest of shit. So yes, I think you are absolutely right. It's not new. It's been going on for ages. Yeah. And every
had braces.
5 years, it's some new shit.
I had braces when I was in... Got them in 7th grade. I got them taken off in 9th grade.
Every time I hear Asperger's.
Now I just gotta wear this shit.
Asperger's. Asperger's, asparagus.
Asperger's.
You pretended it.
You get the word for motherfuckers that do
Oh
not
my
give a
God,
shit.
there were so many girls in high school who used to wear knee braces for attention. No, you know why they got knee braces on? For when they suck and dig later. That's why they got them on.
When I say parameters, I acknowledge the
So
fact
their
that
knees
that
won't
shit
hurt
wrong.
on the
You
concrete.
don't give a fuck.
Because Asperger's sounds fire. Hey, we ain't want Asperger's.
Asperger's, and you put an and you put it between two bags.
Bro, you got Asperger's? That shit nasty.
If you have a child who has autism or some severe mental disability, generally speaking, the state has programs in place to give you money. That's why I also don't believe this girl and what she's saying.
That mom probably don't believe that shit.
Yeah, she said, "Give me my check, stupid."
You ain't got no mental nothing. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So
I hate this
get
damn
about
thing,
my
though.
house. But let's say
I talk like Junior from Walter from Breaking Bad.
Things and she's misgendering you and all this other stuff.
Open the door.
This is gonna be the fucked up part.
Open the door.
Your parent, in an ideal world, is very supportive and wants to be by your side and help you. But sometimes they don't. And once you're a grown ass person, you gotta have to realize like that might not be the place you want to be at. You trying to sit there.
All right,
and be
Wally,
like,
see
if
you
she's
later.
like some kind of fundamental Christian. She don't believe in anything more than two genders and whatever else. Hey, it's her home. If you don't like that, you can't just spend that whole time trying to change her mind. Right? My mom wanted to run a Muslim household. All the power to her. I bounced. I had to.
Real quick.
Yes.
Nigga, you
can't bring back Sandra when it's haram. You know what I'm saying? The Sandra won't about to put on no fucking hijab. You get what I'm trying to say? It is what it is. You gotta book it. That's your. You want to do your.
He said, I brought back Sandra. There was no haram. No, that shit funny.
Your life, your values and your ideas and your identity, that's fine.
He said Sandra wouldn't wear a hijab.
Not under her roof.
No.
Like, you want to not be religious?
That's funny.
That's okay. Not under her roof. That's the way it works. When you're a child, they have a responsibility towards you while you're dependent. And you have to be. After that point passes, you got to understand, if you want to have independent thought, you want to have an independent identity and do whatever you want, they're by no means obligated to keep you in their home. That's why I always tell people, you don't got to say. If they want to give you one, yes, but they don't have to. Wonder why? They pay the bills. The moment I had a choice in what happens in my mom's household or any household is when I paid the bills. And now my mom got to consult me. Because I pay the stuff. She want to come in here with that Muslim sound like, it's haram today, okay? Take out that. No, don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I let my mom break.
Chill.
She just can't get mad at me if I don't say.
Chill.
It's just a different shit. Like, listen, mom.
I bring pork every now and then, but I hide it.
Bro.
We do things differently.
But you're not enough to hide it. So
you can't do that.
When I cook the
You
bacon,
can't
I
do
make it extra
that.
loud.
You can't do that.
This nigga add extra oil.
Yeah.
He deep fry his bacon.
Yeah. I have my own little pot because we can't use the same pan. She said, "Khara." You know what I mean? She said,
Yeah.
But you know,
I didn't understand what you said, but I understood what you said.
Yeah, there's a different pan for
Yeah.
So you don't mix.
It's fine. It's fine. But listen, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not paying the bills.
Yeah.
You're paying none of it.
There you go.
Facts.
Come on now.
You don't get a say in anything unless you're paying the bills. Woman fakes cancer for TikTok scam.
The idea of being a charitable person or even organization has
Mr.
always been
Breast.
seen in a positive light, both here in America and around the world for centuries.
Fat acceptance movements? Where'd you see that?
I'm not obligated.
Where'd you see fat acceptance movements? Pioneer of the... But that's for the watch later.
The idea of being a charitable person or even organization has always been seen in a positive light, both here in America and around the world for centuries. In general, you would think it would always be a good thing for people in need to get help from those more fortunate. The only problem is that just as charities rose in prominence, so did individuals who wanted to take advantage of these monetary donations.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Again, getting back to the comment. You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Today, when someone decides to donate money, they often have no idea where it is going or what percentage will actually go towards helping the cause being advertised. Some of the worst offenders when it comes to these shady charities are involved in quote-unquote helping children, cancer patients, police/law enforcement funding, and veterans. There are thousands of charities that fall into these categories, stealing millions of dollars each and every year. The percentage spent by these charities directly to aid the victims range from 0 to 11%. For example, the Kids Wish Network, who tries to trick people into thinking they are the Make-A-Wish Foundation, only spends 3 cents of every dollar collected on actual children, hoarding the rest of the money to be allocated how they please. This is just one of thousands of examples.
Fucking cents to the dollar. 3 fucking cents to the dollar. That is insane.
Of these charities
What,
fleecing
they
the
finna
general
get a fucking
public every
fidget
single
spinner?
day. And with that all being
Finna get
said,
these fucking
those who are
kids a
more
can of
generous may be
fucking
wondering
beans.
where they could donate their
What the
money,
fuck?
while keeping the peace of mind that it will actually go to help someone in need, and not just line someone else's pockets through the guise of charity. This is where a website like GoFundMe comes in. As for the last 12 years, people from around the world have been able to donate directly to individuals in need. Some people don't have enough money for surgery, or to cover medical bills. Maybe someone's house has burned down, or they even need money to cover the funeral of a deceased loved one. No matter what the situation is, GoFundMe has been there for thousands of people in need, and there have been a ton of amazing stories to come out of that organization. But with the good, there's always going to be some bad, and people obviously try to take advantage of a platform like this to fundraise money based on lies and deception. We have seen countless catfish GoFundMe scams over the years.
Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition. What you're being accused of is despicable. Did you intentionally injure your dog so that you could raise money from a GoFundMe site?
And the one I have to highlight for
What?
you today is no different. Meet Madison Russo, a 19-year-old college student who claimed online to have stage 2 pancreatic cancer, leukemia, and a tumor the size of a football wrapped around her spine.
You know, I'm too sick from treatment where I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything.
Yeah, you look like you can't go anywhere or do anything. Yeah, she looks like she's gonna fucking go to the club.
I feel like shit, you know, I can't get ready, I just lay in my bed and...
What the fuck are you right now? Are you not ready?
You know, and it's extremely physically exhausting, but also the mental part of it, I think it's 10 times worse. I'm still thankful I have hair. Thank goodness for that. I have on my Just Beat It sweatshirt, still in my pajamas. It's okay though, because when you're going through chemo, you can be in
She
your
looks like a
pajamas.
bitch.
I got fluids this morning.
She faked cancer. She is a bitch.
And Novita meds right after radiation. I'm feeling better with the fluids.
Do her parents
your
not
immune
hear
system
her?
is so weak because you have like no immune system when you're going through treatment.
Day after day, Madison would document her supposed battle
Yeah,
with
that's
one
what
of the
I'm saying.
most
She has-
diabolical illnesses
I can't get ready
on
in the
face
morning.
of
I
this
can't even get
planet,
out of bed.
even at one
She's in
time
her
noting
fucking
that doctors
car.
gave her
Probably
an
getting ready to go to
estimated
fucking
11%
class.
chance of survival.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions about my hair. Like, you look so good. Like, how are you keeping your hair? It just comes down to my brand of chemo, which is oral chemo. I got really lucky with that, so...
Out here blabbering about her lies like Kid Trunks when he tried to fake cancer for clout and sympathy. She went on talk shows that revolved around cancer patients, and it was almost like she was trying to be this advocate for young people going through a cancer diagnosis. In general, everyone thought she was legit. I mean, you would think no one with any sort of moral compass would lie about such a thing.
Hopefully I start to feel better. I cannot wait till Friday is over when I finish my last day of round 3 of chemo. Counting down the hours, hour by hour.
Is that even a fucking thing?
But hey,
I highly doubt it. I'll fucking kiss the camera right now if oral chemo is a fucking thing. Fuck. God damn it. There you go. Someone clip that for me.
Money is the root of all evil, and she even had people donating over $1,000 to her cause. This went on for well over a year, as she racked up over $35,000 in a GoFundMe fundraiser. During this time, she continued to post more video diaries, inspiring quotes, and of course
she would lose her
pictures
hair
to
no
try and
matter
convince
fucking
the
what.
general public that her story was legit.
How would you define the term pancreatic cancer?
The first word that comes to mind is just ugly. You know, it's an ugly disease. It's nasty. It's very just aggressive, and you know, it wants to just kill everything. But at the same time, I think I would describe it as kind of like a, I don't know, like ever changing, because it changes you as a person. And I guess I'm kind of going into like the spiritual side of it a little bit, but like it truly changes you. Like I feel like I'm a whole different person than from when I was, you know, before February.
You're fucking even shittier person. Jesus Christ.
But it wasn't until she posted this image that she would overplay her hand and push her farce of a story to a whole new level.
She's
the
in a
caption
fucking
notes, overdue update. Maddie's cancer has been progressively getting worse and has spread all over her body, including throughout her blood and also on her spine. My theory is that the money was no longer coming in as quickly, and out of desperation she posted this fake update to make her story seem much more severe. Like, look guys, I'm gonna need that money now.
It's my money and I need it now!
In the photo, she's supposedly getting chemotherapy treatment through a port in her upper chest. When doctors saw this, they said there's no way it could be legit because it was both not sterile, the port wasn't located in the right place, and there was no use of medical tape. In comparing it to a real medical port, it's clear that the difference between the two is night and day.
You can see that the actual positioning of the port per se is not accurate. Also, that the way that it's secured, the type of tape that's used, is not the same clinical tape that we would use in the hospital.
To see her smiling so big in these pictures, knowing what we know now, makes me absolutely sick. She spent over a year spinning these lies before she was ever caught, and to be frank, it has now been revealed that her medical records suggest that she never had a cancer diagnosis, and that she faked the entire thing for money and attention. What she did here was theft by means of deception, which is classified as a felony here in America. It's crazy to me that she completely threw her life
Thank you, America.
away.
Finally, we did something right. Jesus Christ, please tell me. At least 10 years. At least 10. At least 10. That's the only way she'll learn her lesson.
I know
at least
people
10.
getting more money than that
Right,
from the
at least
government a
10.
few years back for doing absolutely
Please tell me
nothing. Look,
she
I'm not
gets a
saying that
female
it's not a
judge.
lot of money, but to completely ruin
She
your
gets a male judge, we're
reputation
fucked.
at
She's
the
gonna
age
get,
of
like, 2
19
years.
for this
And
is
then
so
out on
incredibly
good
stupid.
behavior in a
Like,
month.
she didn't even try to be a responsible adult. She just went right into scamming, and in the worst way possible. I mean, it really does make me question, like, where were her parents during this whole fiasco?
That's what
Was her
I'm
family
saying.
in on this lie? Or were they also eating up her BS? All I know is, guys, that the world is a crazy place, and you really do need
What
to
an
question the
idiot,
validity of everything going on around you.
need to
Y'all let me know what you guys think about this story down
wanna
below.
figure out
If
what
y'all know
happened.
any other crazy GoFundMe.
Madison Russo. I guess we won't know how long she'll get. She looks fucking crazy. She needs to learn what some fucking lipstick is. Could do a fucking full face of makeup, but doesn't know how to fucking put lipstick on. Her fucking lips look pale as shit compared to the rest of her face. With that spray on tan she's fucking got. Jesus Christ. Is that what it's called? Concealer lips? Girl did her makeup like she was in the 2010s. Oh god, this looked like she going through her emo phase. I need to find that. What was that one about that dog? Guy hurt his dog so he could get GoFundMe money? That's fucked up.
I'm not obligated to, and I can't
Alright,
afford to.
what the fuck is going on with my computer? This one was it.
At 6. Abused by his owner, then used for profit. Now at 6, Medford, New Jersey police say a man hurt his own dog and pocketed the proceeds he made from a fundraiser that was supposed to help the animal. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Dean. That South Jersey man used the popular GoFundMe site to solicit donations. Now he faces charges. Eyewitness News reporter Cleve Bryan is live in Medford with the story. Cleve.
Jessica, Medford police say that one of their officers was pulling over a speeder, looked inside, saw the injured dog, and now that driver is now facing multiple charges.
Who does that? That's like psychopathic behavior.
Double trouble for the owner of this German Shepherd puppy in Medford. Police say 24-year-old Reed Herjo not
There we go.
I'm gonna say something controversial and I don't care. I don't care how trendy or cute or fun it seems to be fat. Don't let that shit with your head. Don't let the idea that, oh, I could catch it no matter how big I am, cause you to forget about your health and to keep gaining weight. I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement, and I know it's not my fault or my responsibility to keep other people's health, but being a pioneer in this game, like I literally was one of the first influencers to work with Fashion Nova before they even had a plus size line. So when I say I'm a pioneer, I'm a pioneer. I'm one of the main reasons why we have the plus size fashion industry that we have. And you could argue with anybody, that's the truth. And my point is that I see a lot of fat girls who gained a lot of weight from being caught up in this movement and turning around 5, 6, 7 years later talking about, damn, I let my health go to shit. I got this problem now. I'm 400 pounds. I can't do this. I can't do that. Babe, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Being attractive, being able to still wear nice clothes is not the end all be all. You got to really think about your health. Because when you're in your 20s, you think that life is just rainbows and candy. You don't even think about the future. But when you start creeping up in age, babes, it's gonna catch up to you. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not saying that every fat person is unhealthy. Hello, I'm fat. I'm not claiming that you gotta hate fat people. That's literally the opposite of what I'm saying. But let's be f***ing for real. Health is real. Organs failing is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that shit is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And if nobody else wants to say it, let me fucking tell you the truth. Love yourself at any size, wear the clothes you want to wear, but don't forget that your heart has to beat, babes. Don't forget that your blood sugar has to keep a balance, babe. No amount of Instagram pictures looking cute and being an influencer wearing a size whatever you are is gonna stop your heart from not beating if you eating bacon every day. And this is coming from someone who's learning those lessons now, myself. So to the younger girls, the younger generation, take care of your health. It's not fat phobic to take care of your health. It's not a joke. And I'm saying this out of love, not out of self-hate. I see a lot of my fellows fellow content creator, fellow plus size, fellow bloggers, whatever you want to call them, plus size models, now talking about wanting to get healthy, now talking about needing to da-da-da-da. Because 5, 6, 7 years ago, when they were 22, when they were 21, 25, it wasn't a problem. Now you're 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, whatever the case is, and you're like, damn, I can't get pregnant. I have this problem. I got that problem. The problems creep up,
Is that a
babe.
problem?
And the reality is loving
Like, is
yourself
that-
also includes taking
Fat women can't have babies. Is that a thing?
care of your
I
body.
didn't know that.
If you want this body to last 100 years, you got to take care of it. So don't let nobody else convince you that taking care of your health is fat phobic. And if somebody's telling you that, it's because they're miserable and they want you to die and stay fat like them.
These are clips in reaction to what the other girls just said.
I don't even like to make videos anymore, but I have to say something about this because I have some own opinions on this. As a fat person myself, why are you mad that there are more fat influencers?
Here's a cringe comp about fat acceptance.
Do 2 W-2s make a W-4?
Are you kidding? Hi, I'm April. I'm here to help. I know tax season can be a little messy.
Is this it? Queen of Moderation? Yeah. I'll watch it after this video. They can, but it's not safe for them or the baby. Oh shit.
Grew up not having any, us, the people that are in our 20s, grew up not having
What up, Zay? It's Dalton. What you been up to? What up, Dalton?
any
Not much, bro. Just been
Tumblr
going to school and shit.
promoted very much pro-animal shit, and there are ways we can censor that now because there are more fat creators that people can go to look for. I don't think that y'all really care about other people's health because y'all don't talk about skinny people. Y'all don't talk about, y'all don't, your mindset, you don't have disabled people in your mind. You don't have people that have medical issues. You don't have people that were born that way. My uncle was born big bone.
Stop using disabled people,
please,
to shield yourself from valid criticism. It ain't because they got a valid reason to be fat that it makes it. And it's not even that, because even disabled people, like, we have to do a lot to maintain it and fight it. Okay, and they're not talking like you. Don't use. Oh, they got a thyroid. That's not you. Stop. And the people you're using hate when you do that too. They hate it. You only care about disabled people when they're convenient for your argument.
The percentage of people affected with hyperthyroidism is 5%. It's not all y'all. Move on.
So I already left a comment about this, and I wasn't gonna say anything else because my moods are already gathering her. But I gotta say
Where's
something.
the
Like
Hogwarts
I really
person?
tend to sit back and mind my
I
business.
played a
I'm not
little
minding
bit
my business
earlier.
because it's people like her that genuinely make my ass itch to the 10th degree.
I got tired
Y'all
of
only
that.
ever want to have conversations about health and wellness when it comes to fat people.
No, that isn't true. People have conversations about health and wellness when it comes to alcoholics, when it comes to people on substance abuse.
Yep.
People talk about health and wellness on a whole different variety of stuff. They talk about it in a sexual context when people are out there doing things frivolously.
Anytime I
That's why
hear
there's so
someone
much
say big
sexual violence.
boned,
We
I
talk
think
about
of
health
Cartman
so fucking often,
South
it's
Park.
crazy.
Shit ain't me.
And I'm
me,
grateful.
me,
I think
me.
it's good. We need to be more conscious, especially when there's so much bad shit that we can eat. There's so many bad habits we can easily fall into. When so many things are easily accessible. We're talking about banning cigarettes in places. Health is a common discussion in our zeitgeist because people are becoming much more health conscious today than they have ever been. I grew up in a time where people used to be smoking indoors. How do you think that changed? People started voicing health concerns. It became a big topic of conversations, and then there was a bunch of laws that ended up being passed because they felt like it was an issue. And the same can be said for a lot of different habits. Health is often discussed, so I reject the notion that we don't talk about it. That is not true. What do you want? No? Okay.
Let me say that one more time. Y'all only ever want to have conversations about health and wellness When it comes to fat people, you are not addressing food deserts.
This is the first time we ever
Y'all
seen
not
one
talking
of my
about how
streams.
unaffordable healthcare is.
For real?
You're not bringing up the fact that people with
Sorry,
diabetes
I'm not
have to
saying much
ration their
right
insulin
now.
because they can't afford it.
I don't know.
Do
what
you
to
know
say.
how expensive asthma inhalers are? Like, do you understand that people don't have access to basic resources?
Did you just say how much asthma inhalers are? You could buy them off the fucking shelf at Walgreens for like $8.
Like, do you
The price of that fucking Big Mac you fucking
understand
go
that people
get. You go get your
have
fucking
access
asthma
to
inhaler.
basic resources?
What is this deflection? I remember people talking about healthcare not being accessible for a long time. It has nothing to do with you. People with all kinds of disabilities, different issues, health problems, having to go to avoid the hospital because you don't want to pay a big medical bill. Like, this has been a topic. How do you think Obamacare even came about, or some of the subsequent bills that came afterwards? This idea that people don't talk about the healthcare system and how things are unaffordable is totally not true. This is not true. This comes down to the same thing that I was saying earlier, was like, it almost looks like every fat person who like does this kind of stuff online has the same talking points, and they repeat it verbatim. You bring up that there's a health crisis and that people got to make better choices, and they start rattling off things where they can deflect and not have to talk about the issue at hand.
But that's exactly what someone that is triggered does. They don't necessarily answer the question, or they don't really. Whenever I'm gonna do a video talking about whatever the person is, like a reaction, but she's not responding to whatever anything she said. The other person said. That's most.
I don't care how many of her cronies want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, she just cares about people, she just wants people to be healthy. I don't care. All you have is an opinion and a preconceived notion about what health is. I'm not moved. No mountains are moving over here.
We don't have to move you. It'd be very difficult, but we don't have to. We're not even gonna try. No.
Chill. I never told you. I haven't really told a lot of people.
No, I don't
honestly.
care. I don't care.
In my personal
we don't gotta
life.
move you. You
I've
gonna hit your 40s.
I've
and
only
you gonna
told
be
like
moved
my
by the
really
doctor.
close
You're
friends.
gonna be moved by a
I
health
put it on my
diagnosis.
Snapchat
You're
story
gonna
all
be
the
moved by
time.
your shortness of breath. You're gonna be moved when you struggle to take a shit. You're gonna be moved when you struggle to get out of cars. You're gonna be moving, and you're gonna be moved when you can't. Can't move because your knees are fucked up. We don't gotta do nothing. You will see the dark future that comes for you, because guess what, honey? Nobody gets to be your weight and gets to be very old in life. They don't. Vast majority of them are dying. I don't have sympathy. I start to lose it after a time when I realize that you are out here hurting other people with this rhetoric. You lose me. Because I've seen too many people I care about have to die. People that were amazing contributors in society die because they didn't have any more limbs to cut off after diabetes. Their heart just gave out.
Life is gonna do two things: either move you or remove you. Bars.
That is a bar. That is a bar. That is a bar. Say that shit again.
Life is gonna do two things: either move you
Or remove you. That's good. I like that.
Removed.
That's smart. That's smart. You better move or get moved.
Thought this one was really interesting because like her main rebuttal was just immediately drawing a bunch of like false equivalencies to try and make her point when really they have nothing to do with anything.
Okay, what
Like,
are her
yes,
what
all
are her
of
false equivalencies, ma'am?
those things are very valid things to talk about in the medical system, very valid concerns. But just because all of those things exist does not mean we shouldn't talk about other things that exist.
Thank you. Shout out to you, homegirl. What is this, Megan Ann? Shout outs to you, Base.
Megan Ann.
Are you really gonna sit here and tell me obese people aren't as big as you think they are? Because when I look at this photo, what? I'm not saying that you have to look like the two women on the left, but there is something clearly wrong with the woman on the right. Not saying that she's not worthy and deserving of love, because she is, but she's unhealthy. She can hardly fit in her freaking shoes. I am so confused.
That is not funny, but goddamn, that's funny. But, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's normal to look like these two women, because it's definitely not. Like, it's not normal to be that skinny. The average person isn't this fucking skinny. But it's also way more not normal to look like the fucking Michelin Michelin tire man.
Why on earth would we promote people walking around and looking like this? It's not healthy. And it's
At all.
honestly mean to say that someone is beautiful and all this stuff when it's like we're literally lying to them and making them think that it's okay to be that way when it's really not, because it's hurting their health and it's shortening their lives. If you really care about people, you tell them the truth.
I just saw the video that everyone on body positive TikTok is talking about, and I want to make a very quick point that anyone who talks about fatness being trendy or a trend or cool, don't listen to them. They're not credible. Anyone who says that is honestly delusional, because look at how fat phobic and diet centric and just demonized fat people and fatness is in society. Who is saying it's a trend? Who is saying it's trendy? It's demonized everywhere. What's to look forward to? What's cool about it? What's trendy? Getting harassed on every single platform?
You can be both. You can be trendy and demonized. Black people are demonized, but hella trendy. It's been trendy on TikTok. People are stealing the dances and doing that and everything in the third, stealing the music and all that.
That's true.
Trendy.
That is true.
You can be both.
I'm sorry, black people. I'm
So
guilty
the
of
fact
it.
that some bad thing is
I'm
that
a culture
you could
vulture
be-
too.
Life is not one etiquette.
I try
one
not to be. I
path.
just really like Destroy Lonely and
People
Lil Uzi
can
Vert,
be
man.
many things at the same
I'm sorry.
time, and sometimes those things are the opposite.
True. I'll give you. Go ahead.
Sometimes, not long ago, Kim Kardashian was talking about the beauty standards, and she was saying, "Oh, the beauty standards is so excessive, and it's hard to keep up, and this and that." And I went, "Bitch,
You are the standard.
you are the beauty standard.
That's what I'm saying.
You are the reason why people are like that. People look like you, but this thing can become bigger than you, and you have to keep up with it, hence making you also a victim of what you created."
Yeah, Kim K got a patent on BBLs. Every time you get a BBL, $1 goes to her legal fund that she uses against Kanye.
That's cap, but that's funny.
That's funny as fuck.
That's cap, but that's funny. but that's pretty much it. So yeah, the fact that you could be one and the yeah, it's possible.
So you speak to your example, we demonize pills and illegal substances all the time.
But they're always
Guess what?
prescribed.
There's also other subsets of our culture that encourage it.
Yeah.
Remember lean in music? There's ways in which, even though something can be demonized in certain subsets,
It can still be good for you.
other ones we can be encouraging and pushing it to people and making it cool and accessible.
Yeah.
Hence what he's talking about right there.
Stuff
even
can
though in general
be bad.
society looks down on this whole being fat and being obese, absolutely. There's other subsections of the internet in different places which encourages it, which makes it acceptable. Or
Bro, back in the day, back when times of kings and queens, fat people were seen as the wealthy, higher tier royal people, because fat people generally eat more, and the richer people back then were the ones that ate the most. So
almost enables people.
It's not
to
like fat people
continue
have
doing
always
so.
been
When they were out here
demonized.
saying like you can eat anything, there are no bad foods. If you want to eat Oreos, go ahead. And they're saying stupid, and that's a nutritionist paid for by food companies. That's them creating messaging to get to you. And it's not even individuals and just influencers. Companies are literally paying millions of dollars in marketing money to get certain kinds of messaging out there to make their terrible foods more appealing to you. This is not even just an individual thing. There are systemic problems that encourage a lot of this stuff. But there's absolutely culturally issues that enable you.
Alright, let's watch this. Fat acceptance, TikTok cringe. If you don't want to have sex with me, you're fat phobic. To my plus size women.
You have to stop being afraid of getting naked with your boo. They know you got rolls. They know you got stretch marks. They know what they're coming for. They're coming for you. So get naked, boo. Let all your flaps hang. This is the way it's meant to be. Good luck.
What? The actual fuck? When will Disney stop teaching children to idolize 1 centimeter waist? and stop villainizing being fat and chubby.
See, the issue with TikTok's version of the body positivity movement is that you have thin girls who go, so
I'm sorry, but her name on TikTok is Little Black Girl.
I know I'm like
There ain't no way.
skinny and I'm society's acceptable body, but sometimes when I sit down and I like scrunch like this, I have back rows too. Like, even though like when you walk around every single day, like, you're fat all the damn time, so you always have rows. Like, if I really try, I can give myself an imperfection too. What's imperfect about my back rows? Like, what's imperfect about my fat in general? Besides the fact that y'all just don't like it. Like, that's the issue.
It's unhealthy.
Is that you go, oh, every day I look so good, but you know, sometimes when I sit down and I force it, I have your imperfections. Do y'all not get how that makes people feel? Like,
now, this is nothing against her. I actually love her videos so much, but I looked through the comment section and I just want to...
Do you know anybody that fucking tries their hardest to have fat rolls?
say this out loud for people to understand. People who think that thin privilege doesn't exist, she is making this video, this food. Personally, I've never had Chick-fil-A, I live in Canada, but the fact that she can make this, she is thinner, like she's a thin body, okay? She is making this, and there's not one comment that is health shaming her, or fat shaming her, or like saying, ew, that's a gross meal, because she's thin. Whereas if I made anything remotely like this, I would have death threats, and people would be health shaming me. So that's what thin privilege is. And no disrespect to her, I love her videos. This is just a perfect example because it has decent popularity.
This does look like Nikocado.
This is what thin privilege is. She doesn't get health shamed, and she doesn't get like food shamed.
You just fucking shamed her, so
I am fat. I am fat. Obese.
go to a gym. Stop silencing fat creators for wearing the same thing that thin people wear.
The weird and racist history of the BMI. The body mass index is a mathematical equation that uses height and weight to assign a number.
How is the body mass index scale racist?
That correlates to one of 5 man-made weight categories. The BMI was invented in the 1830s by Adolphe Quetelet, who is a Belgian mathematician, statistician, and astronomer who was not a doctor and had no medical training whatsoever. It was first known as Quetelet's index, and it was a mathematical thought experiment to determine the ideal man. The pool of participants used to create Quetelet's index was exclusively white Westerners. There were no people of color and virtually no women. Quetelet's work was used to justify scientific racism for decades to come and was one of the founding principles in what is now called eugenics. The BMI was not used in the medical world until the early 20th century when U.S. life insurance companies determined that they could use it to charge higher premiums to fat people. Many studies have established that the BMI is a poor predictor of health and is used to further discrimination against fat people.
I wonder what I should be. Chart calculator. My height, I'm 5'11". My weight right now, I think I'm 135. Compute 18.8. Normal. I'm normal. Nah. A little bit, I consider myself underweight, honestly. I'm a little bit underweight. I would say, at least. Alright.
One of you will betray me tonight. Is it me, Jesus? No. Is it me, Jesus? It's not you either. Is it me, Jesus? Is it me, Jesus? Is it me? It's not you either. Is it me, Jesus? Is it me, Jesus?
And I literally explained it in that video, you fucking fucktard. And look, another uneducated piece of shit telling me to eat too little. There are literally thousands of dietitians that say to not do this because it's not enough. It's disordered eating.
Hello, you're through to the OBCC Overweight Bitches Content Creators Helpline. How may I help? Someone on TikTok displaying signs of happiness despite having a larger body again. I see. Let's have a look. It says here you've signed up to our patriarchal beauty ideals plan. Are you sure you're so happy with that? Yeah, it's just lots of people have upgraded already.
Shadow, that's
They
so
found that plan
mean.
quite constricting. Between you and me, the company founders do like to move the goalposts a lot, so it is hard to keep up. No, you're happy with your existing plan and the daily misery it causes? Fair enough. Oh, you'd like everyone else moved back onto the old plan so they can be miserable too. I'm afraid we can't help you there. Have you tried giving less of a shit about what others do? Tried a bit of trolling to make yourself feel better? Oh, you haven't, it doesn't work. Okay, well, look, we're here for you if you want to upgrade, love, anytime.
You're a mean person. Sometimes. Blow this up for the big girls!
Oh my god, the trolls are coming out, y'all. There is a man on YouTube with a large following who made a response video to my video about the statistical rarity of lifelong weight loss. And his followers have just been harassing me like crazy, commenting personal attacks in my comment section, and a few of them have even sent me death threats. So first, I think this is a pretty clear example of how when you push up against people's core beliefs, and yes, venerating thinness is a core belief for many people, the response is strong. When we think about the values that construct somebody's worldview, we often don't think about body size, but there are a lot of people, I would argue most people, have very strong beliefs about what body size means about individual people. And oftentimes when people feel...
What the fuck is this bitch talking about? If you're not fat phobic, these bitter chubs will change your mind.
Little tummy rolls? That's okay.
That's not a little.
Oh, I love this dude. I love Odin.
Okay, listen up if you're loving the body positivity trend, but are also a bit confused.
I hate this trend. I'm sick of seeing fat women dressed up as Victoria's Secret models on the cover of Swimsuit Issue. Don't like it.
As to whether
I love
all
this
of
guy.
saying
He's
that
so
being
funny.
fat is a choice.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Care
I'm
about
pretty
stupid
sure he's like a
exceptions and
retired
all.
army vet. Oh my god, this guy's awesome. Holy shit, he has a lot of channels. What you think, but don't say in public. I got you. Hold up. I'm pretty sure he's an army vet. Is shooting down the Chinese spy balloon xenophobic? Yes. Oh my god. Let's go back.
Little tummy rolls? That's okay.
That's not a little tummy roll. Can we be honest about that?
Okay, listen up if you're loving the body positivity trend,
No.
but are also a bit confused.
I hate this trend. I'm sick of seeing fat women dressed up as Victoria's Secret models on the cover of Swimsuit Issue. Don't like it.
As to whether all of these beautiful shapes and sizes are truly
He's
healthy.
just being honest.
So who is healthier? If you ask
Simple, the woman on the left. I don't care about stupid exceptions. They don't apply here. You're morbidly obese. Long term, you're not going to be as healthy as the one on the right. She exercises, probably eat right. So there's a correlation. Fat like that, correlation, you're not healthy.
me this last year, I would have automatically said Whitney, when really we cannot tell by looking at someone. Meg and Whitney can be
We can tell nearly all the time. If I see a car that's rusting out, the windows are broken, headlights broken, I know it wasn't well taken care of. Can we say that?
equally as healthy. Just to reiterate, just because Whitney is leaner does not mean that she is healthier. Weight is not associated with health. I'll explain the why behind this in more videos, so just
Well, go to a life insurance company of 400 pounds and see what your fee is going to be compared to your friend who is 150 pounds. So weight is associated with health. I mean, that's a reality. Life insurance companies about the coin, right? Big banks, they want to make money off you. They think you're going to die sooner if you're 400 pounds.
Come to a Target haul with me. So I pockets.
Wow.
So
Terrible. Next dress. That's the money shot right there. This is a long video. I won't bore you with it. We'll go on to the next one. That shows everything. She even got fat on her ribs. That's a thing. It's got, look at the bottom. It's like a donut. Where the stomach is, in the middle of the donut's the belly.
No.
Wow.
You
so
gotta
it's really
chill,
tight.
dog.
But not in the way of like, oh, it's too small. Like, it stretches.
Yeah, I bet. That's got to be a miserable way to live. That fat, sweat on your front butt, putting deodorant under your rolls of fat so you don't get an infection. You get a fungus infection. You got to put all sorts of ointments and shit up there.
It just cleans?
Yeah, clean.
No.
There is no place in the world. I mean, she's got like a spare tire, like inner tube around her waist. I'm looking at this. It's hard to believe where the fat dissipates. So you get these fatties, and they get those weird lymphodemas or whatever they're called in their legs. And they got this thing. The fat just collects in these odd places. And then she's got the bright idea to tattoo the fat. That looks terrible.
It is very tight. It also is like, does nothing for the bust area.
Because you ain't got one. I mean, it's probably C-cup boobs, but the rest of her is like quadruple ginormous, so it's going to show like nothing.
I mean,
You have to have abs in order to be healthy.
See, no one ever said that. Now, most people don't have abs. It's tough. You got to be probably sub 10, 12% body fat to get abs. Most people walk around at 18. These people walk around at 50. I mean, we're talking a whole nother level of ginormous fat.
You can work out, eat healthy, and still be thick. Come on now, it's 2020. I thought we were all on the same page. Health at every size.
Well, she's kind of normally just looks normal. I don't know if I say her. She's thick, I guess. She's not skinny. She seems normal to me. I think of thick, right? I think of a real big caboose, right? Thick legs with a shapely figure, right? Thick is a good thing to me. I don't know that I'm seeing that here.
Okay, what you look like on the
We like
outside
thick.
has no reflection on how you're doing on the inside.
Most of these people typically are depressed, unhappy, miserable, they binge eat, so they're not doing good on the inside either. I haven't met too many 400-pounders that are doing good on the inside. Like, I'm really loving life. I mean, that would come along with the territory of being 400 pounds.
Let's get rid of the idea that skinny always equals healthy, because that's not true, and it's harmful.
Travel might look a little different for
Generally, being morbidly obese always equals not being healthy. Nearly 98% of the time. Yeah, you get some 20-year-olds who are still healthy because their heart hasn't been clogged up long enough to have the heart attack or have the other events that come along with being that big.
plus size folks, but it's still possible.
First of all, every single person in that comment section is going to hell in a handbasket.
Okay.
And second of all, y'all are so fat phobic and just have an innate hatred of fat people.
I really don't care at all about fat people. If I don't know them, I could care less. Enjoy. I don't want to pay for their SSDI. When they get in my way on the Jazzy at Walmart, it's a little annoying. Otherwise, I just don't care.
You will deprive yourselves of actual advantages when flying.
Right.
Bigger seats, more leg room. Are you stupid? Y'all are in the comments talking about, oh, it's not the...
Yeah, that comes with a cost. So less seats, if they're bigger, it means we have to pay more. Air travel has gotten really cheap. You know, in the 90s, it was more expensive than today. And they made it cheap. I don't want it to be more expensive to accommodate fatties, because ultimately, then I'm paying for their seat. No, thank you.
Airline's problem. Y'all should just lose weight. You deprive yourselves of genuine flight advantages just to get a quick dig online at a fat person. What is wrong with y'all?
These kids are just missed the point. They don't get it. So if there's 52 seats in the plane, we make 42 because they're bigger. The cost goes up. Same cost to run the plane. What part are they missing? The airline's going to pass that right down to you, the customer. Enjoy.
Also, remove yourselves, actually. Where's the empathy? You actually hate people so much, you'll just make them feel bad about themselves.
I don't hate them, and I could have almost no empathy if I don't know them. Like, briefly I could. Let's say it's a mother of four. She passed away from being fat. I can feel bad for her kids, but it's very brief. And if you say otherwise, you're lying.
For what?
Yeah,
So
they
you get
should.
a quick one line in TikTok comments?
If they take up 2 seats, they should pay for both.
Right.
So lame.
I'm a size 20 fat woman. I'm about to board a plane into Toronto that's fully booked. And all I'm thinking about is, please, God, do not sit me next to a fat phobe.
I don't care if they're a fat phobe or not a fat phobe. If you sit someone 400 pounds or spilling over the seat, sweating on me, meat sweats, they're a fat phobe in the end. It could be grandma from Illinois, and she's like, I'm getting pushed over. I can't move, and you're sweating all over me. I'm getting wet. My shirt's sopping wet from your sweat. By the end of that, they're a fat phobe.
My worst fear, I have so much anxiety right now that I'm going to sit beside someone that just has so much disgust for me and is just like so upset the whole flight because I take up too much space in my body. And then there's that like...
There's a fine line there. So if they're fat, let's say she's 250, and we're bumping elbows a little bit, you know, okay, it's fine. They're 400 pounds, they need 2 seats. Because if they're bumping elbows a tad, I'm okay with it, but if they're on top of me and I'm getting wet from the sweat, like my shirt's getting wet from their sweat, that's too much.
So
It's a very
gross.
fine line here I'm tracking on.
On top of that anxiety about asking for a seatbelt extender, and like if you have to...
I was part of the Google layoff on Friday. I was working there for over 9 years. I'm also 6 months
You remember this from a little while back? Learn to code, bro. Learn to weld, honey.
pregnant. This is decaf. This is not how I thought my career at Google would come to an end.
Big life update. I got laid off yesterday. All seriousness, yes.
Well, this one did a video, the day in the life of Google employee. All she did was stuff her face with expensive food, yoga, naps. There's no work getting done. Then, smart one puts it on TikTok. Come on now.
I did get laid off. Unfortunately, 12,000 people got laid off at Google yesterday. So if you didn't
Learn to weld, bro. Remember that? Learn to code, learn to weld. Get down with it.
know that I worked at Google, I've been there for almost 4 years. I'm a technical recruiter, or I guess I should say I was a technical recruiter.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I was just laid off today by the...
Google looks like the UN. Everyone there is, you know, it's diverse. I get it. Diversity hires. You want the best and the brightest, but I don't know if it's a sample I got because I'm part of the patriarchy or what.
Big Daddy G, that engineering software tool that everybody uses with 2 zeros in the middle of those G's.
Okay.
L-E,
Learn to weld,
you know?
bro.
This is a brilliant point, and you are so completely correct. But I just did a ton of digging, and I think it goes so much deeper than that. This is Chris Hahn, and he is a hedge fund billionaire. A letter to Google, to their parent company Alphabet, telling them to reduce their headcount and to start categorizing people as low performers.
I mean, think about it for a second. Elon comes in, hacks 75% of the people. Haven't noticed a big change there, right? The other tech companies got to be going, well, my shareholders and the people who own me, the people above me, the board seats, they want some change, right? We could whack a bunch of people and probably get the same results.
That's what the name of his hedge fund is. It's called the Children's Investment Fund, and it feels like it should be illegal for this guy to have an investment fund, a hedge fund named this. It's currently worth $7.9 billion. Years ago, he was worth $5 billion. And 3 years ago, he was worth 3.9.
Well, he's not worth billions of dollars by keeping a bunch of extra people around who sit on their ass and aren't performing. The guy said, get rid of the low performers. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't seem unreasonable. Any other job.
Not at all.
If you're a welder, they get rid of you if you suck.
Yeah, if you don't fucking do your job
These
correctly,
jobs,
they're going to fire you.
Have kombucha enemas all day. I mean, if you've seen the day in the life of Twitter, Google, Facebook, I mean, you're like, what do you do? How do I get this job?
In 3 years, he has gone from $3.9 billion to 7.8. He has doubled his money in 3 years. During the
Maybe they should take his advice, right? I mean, the guy knows what he's talking about. I don't want to see anybody get fired. I just can't get over when big tech went to people in West Virginia, right, the coal miners, and they said, learn to code, bro. That was said at the top tier government, too. Now these people are singing the blues. That hatchet swings both ways. Whether the sword cuts both ways.
Pandemic. You know what makes my blood boil about it? Google still made $14 billion in profit last quarter. It down from where it was a year ago.
Yeah, you got shareholders, right? People invest in the stock, they want to return. Bottom line. That's what happens. Now, you may not like it. It happens. I get it. You may be the best Google person in the world. But you got to think when you...
Best Google person in the world. Was Andrew Tate framed? Probably not. No. When your attitude gets you arrested.
Let her go back in.
Okay.
Cause I'm black and she's not. Y'all are racist as fuck. Hell. Y'all are racist as hell.
You have to leave the property.
Okay, let me take a video of you, sir. Damn, I don't have time. I'm the one that's involved. They're trying to kick us out because we got an altercation there last time.
Okay.
Can you come talk to me? Listen.
Yep. Just want to stand over there for me. I got more officers coming.
They told me to get out.
Okay.
You're not even lying.
No, I'm listening. Let's go.
But you're walking away from me, sir.
I'm listening. I gotta make sure they're good over there.
We got into altercation here last time. We were already in there.
Okay.
We got over to we were already in there. Then the guy who owns it said security told you to get out. So I'm getting out. I'm waiting for my friend. I'm saying y'all being racist because y'all the only one that called me out.
Okay.
They didn't call my other friend out, and she's Hispanic and she looks white, and they only called me out, and I had a problem with that. Yeah. And then he want to call the police talking about I'm touching him. I touched his phone because I said I want to talk to the police too.
Okay.
Because that's not fair, and I don't. And she's still up in there. They keep letting her go back in, but I can't go back in. She's talking about she's looking for her sweater. She left it in there. They won't let me go back in there because they're being weird. But they let her go back in.
Okay.
Yes, but they let her go back in.
Okay.
Because I'm black and she's not. And I don't. That's weird.
Yeah.
They try to tell me I'm drunk, but I'm not. I'm perfectly sober. I can walk in a straight line right now, sir.
Okay.
No, she's drunk.
Yeah, I got you. They're over there.
And I feel like that's weird because we already got to. And then he said security told you to get out. We were in there for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he's talking about security told you got to get out because his girlfriend is the one that we got to altercation with before. Yeah. So of course he's gonna protect his girlfriend. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And then both of the security, the white one and the Mexican.
I can't listen to this lady. What is it?
I have a student in one of my classes that's homophobic, transphobic, sexist, purposefully misgenders me.
Several years ago, I came out as pansexual and a trans man.
Now, real question. If the person said I was ABC Fruit Loop and I came out as straight, would they get the clapping? I think not.
It gets better. My mum convinced me not to share my transition with my child, and I didn't. I kept it quiet because they were
Sounds like the mother was saying at some point.
young. A few years ago, he came out as a trans boy.
Okay, not long ago, this person would be investigated by Child Protective Services for this. They went trans.
God, I hope so.
The kid comes out, the girl now is a trans boy. This wouldn't be celebrated, it would be investigated.
I am here representing my son, myself, and my girlfriend, who is a beautiful trans woman who's finally living her life. She's finally got.
Can you imagine this household full of hormone blockers, cross-sex hormones, lube, ass? I mean, the whole thing. Sounds like a place I never want to visit in like a scene from the movie Hostel.
A name change. She's finally living by herself.
Ew. Epic Chungus Morty, Rick and Morty.
Oh my god. No.
The guy was on the last video where his career was a Discord mod. That was the actual career, and lives at home, of course, in the basement with the parents. Good work.
It's all a joke. It's a joke.
Hey, kitten.
It's funny. I like it.
Can you call your mom and ask if we can play mermaids?
Here's one of 1,000 illustrations that Dylan goes after children. His whole feed is childish. Days of girlhood, right? And it gets pushed to children, to preteens. This kind of thing, Dylan is a shroomer. This right here proves it.
I've been incredibly depressed ever since this guy told me I look like a man, and then he tried to fight me.
What does tried to fight me even mean? Either you're fighting or not. Words saying, hey, you look like a dude, it's not trying to fight you. I get it. You want to look like a woman. You've been on cross-sex hormones for 10 years. I understand. But I wanted my bulldog, English bulldog, to be a greyhound. I could put him on cross-sex hormones or other sorts of medical experiments, and the bulldog is never going to be a greyhound. Does that make sense?
I've been transitioning medically for 10 years now, and I feel like such a failure.
And for the international order.
Here's exact proof of why I don't trust these people. This is before this thing. You got to hear this, and you listen to it, and you go, this can't be real.
That we have worked for generations to build. Ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all.
I don't want to surrender shit. I don't trust these people at all. The last 3 years have proven that. This was before that, right? I'm supposed to give up my rights to people who have my best interest at heart,
what a joke.
who've never been to the grocery store, who haven't driven a car in 2 decades, who fly private jets, who have houses on the water, and who say I should not drive a car with gasoline. I just don't trust them.
Powerful sovereign.
You're very mature for your age is just code for you became the child nobody had to worry about.
So if I say you're very mature, that means you clean up your room, you show up on time, you do your chores. This thing, Jeffrey Marsh, goes after children. It's like Dylan, you see this here. You're very mature for your age. What's the audience there? It's not adults, it's children. He's going after them hard, and people say, well, he's so nice. I know he's creepy, but the normies, he's nice, he means well. None of this means well. None of this is to help the kid. It's to shroom the kid.
You weren't even acting like an adult. You were acting like someone without needs.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's satire.
That doesn't happen. It's okay to be you. That's not real. That's not human.
No, it's good when your child is responsible. You've trained him to be that way. They turn the game console off at 8 o'clock, they turn it off. That would be, you're very mature for your age. This thing wants to spin it. If you have not heard, he goes, well, if your family doesn't accept you, I do. I'll be your family. This guy is the creepiest thing on TikTok.
It's okay to have needs and be vulnerable.
Really excellent is, and it's a statistic that I think should be shouted from the rooftops, is that after 12 days from the first vaccination of the AstraZeneca vaccine, you are 100% effective against hospitalization and death.
Let me see if I'm tracking here. So after taking this thing, you're totally fine. There is no issue. I know what you're thinking. Well, they were telling people that it's for their best interest, but now we know a lot of things. The sample experiment we've got the results from, right? Is it working better? Are people better than they were not taking it? I don't see how anyone could say, yes, I should take, I haven't taken it, but I should take it now. I should take more of them. They've lied to everybody nonstop. I just don't see how this is not a bigger thing.
I have a student in one of my classes that's homophobic, transphobic, sexist, purposefully misgenders me.
All right, so the kid's homophobic, transphobic, sexist because the kid misgenders her. I'm assuming her wants to go by him. So she makes a sweeping statement. Why not racist? Throw that in there. She's maybe 1,000th Indian or something. Native American, sorry. This one is another dangerous teacher who's entitled and expects everyone to bow down to them. It's microfraction, and the kid I love already.
Back in September, I tried to get him moved to another class because it had just been an ongoing issue. And not only was he rude and disrespectful, he was just like not trying and wouldn't take direction, would constantly argue with me. It's been an ongoing thing.
Because you're a freak show. He sees it. He's too smart to deal with your small-minded ideas you put out there. Call me Zer, call me him. He can see through it, that you're a mental patient. He's going to troll you into rehab, into double the dosing of your psych meds. He wants to do it, and this is the way it should be done. Public shaming is very important here.
Was told that it's too late in the year, couldn't move him, he would lose the credit. Yet they transferred someone into my class this month who is only getting half the credit. So it's okay for that kid to get half the credit, but not okay to remove the kid that's harassing me.
Yeah, because I'm sure this teacher is completely a problem child, always is complaining, always saying there's some problem. The administration, who's got to bow down to these people, right, probably said, well, I'm going to do the math here. The kid is probably going to be a bigger issue than the teacher who always complains. She'll never be happy. Kid's parents may be more of a concern for us in the media. You can't trust these people at all.
I went to the counselors today. I've been asking for a parent-teacher conference for months now.
Imagine that parent-teacher conference. You walk in, this thing shows up. Whatever the hell she's wearing, and says, your child's disrespectful, all these things. Well, give me some examples. Well, your child, Johnny, won't call me him. Like, well, because you're a woman. He sees women all day, and he calls them ma'am. Sees you, and he's going to call you he. It's a hard thing to wrap your mind around. Not to mention, why was he calling you your pronouns anyway? How about just Miss Smith or Zer Smith? How about that? She would just lose it. She'd run out, say, or trans, homophobe, whatever, go to a cry closet, then probably try to sue the school for loads of money and stop working.
It happened. Counselors won't set it up. But when I mentioned the fact that he's misgendering me on purpose, I was told, well, some religions, they don't have to do that because some religions don't agree with that, so they don't have to.
Let's say that's true. Let's say some religions don't. He doesn't have to do it, right? I mean, it used to be respect the freedom of religion. He doesn't want to do it. I doubt he's really religious, but let's just go with that for a second. That could be very true if they don't care about the religion. The religion now is the ABC rainbow flag draped over somebody. That's the new religion that you will follow, and you don't have freedom to disagree with.
Respect that. Out of public school. Now, I don't know if this kid is religious. I don't think he is.
How do you know he's not religious? Let's say he became religious that moment when he had to deal with you. He said, well, I found a place to affirm what I already believe. I don't want to call her a him. It's a religion. I'm going to go to that. What are you going to do? You going to say he's not religious? I mean, this person expects everyone to change their life. I see her. I recognize her because I'm sober-minded. And then they want me to call him something else. And all of a sudden, as a student, I got to suspend reality. I have to live in a fever dream.
But the counselor sure is.
Right.
And she made it obvious without directly saying it.
The counselor's religious because she goes, hey, teacher, you may have some students that have a hard time with this because it's different, it's new, and I'm sorry, but that's part of the job, is dealing with the easy students, the hard students. She doesn't like it. She wants the kid gone out of the class. There was a case way back. 2 high school students misgendered a teacher, and they got some Title IX complaint brought against them. I mean, you can check that out, but these people have to be told, no, I don't want to hear your argument. I don't care what your argument is. You're making this way too complicated when your job is to teach kids, that's all.
That she doesn't agree with who I am or my existence, so
it doesn't matter.
Sure, she has to placate to your existence because Biden's written into law these people are considered a disabled group. What she doesn't like is you talking about it all the time at school. I don't need to know what you do in your sexual life and your personal life. I just want you to teach. When you spend half the day going through pronoun theater and rainbow flag shit, the administration gets tired of it. Even the crazy administrations are like, it's too much. Can you just teach the kids, honey?
That's fun. And I hope she has the day she deserves.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
When I say I want plus size fashion, this is...
All right, so this is Tess Holliday, the anorexic one. You got to see this fashion. It's hard to believe this is something that's sought after. That's a look you're going for.
What I'm talking about.
I had to cover it up, but the back shows the muffin top, right? The straps and the fat rolling over. and the ass crack. You can almost see the anus if they bent over and they weren't, morbidly obese. Stand by.
You kidding me? This is a designer from Berlin. I've been following them for a while.
Okay.
This dress, I can see Lizzo in it, myself, Paloma. It's just, you walk in a room wearing this and then hitting the...
She thinks showing her cottage cheese 500-pound ass with fat rolls hanging over is a good look. That's a tough dress to wear for most people, even thin people. The fat roll is a tough thing on a woman in particular, and she celebrates this. And the news media, Good Morning America, had her on and said, oh, you're anorexic, Lizzo. We understand. This will be displayed on Times Square billboards like you saw the Calvin Klein ads. I mean, this is no bottom unless you say no. And let me give you one remedy to resolve this. I know people hate Twitter, but the news looks to Twitter, what's going on there. Brands look to Twitter. They're scared something will get retweeted. Go to Twitter and say, no more of this. I don't care if it's the ABC Rainbow people or this.
Facts.
I came bearing snacks.
Been chilling. This is my gift to you. This is your giri choco.
Is this a guy?
If I don't show up tomorrow, this is your.
This is a guy. That's a guy. That's crazy. They just clickbaited me.
It didn't come out. What happened? I didn't finish it.
Google lied to you. Facebook lied to you.
I'm with you.
Gay is in the building. Throw your motherfucking hands in the air right now. Put your hands in the air right now. Yeah? Okay.
Kanye refuses to get his new white 350s dirty in the dirt, so.
Ain't gonna happen.
So
ain't gonna happen.
The style is called a dad shoe. You could just call it a shoe because you're a dad.
Let's notice these shoes right here. Now, folks, exactly what was crossing your mind when you made this decision?
Humbly, I would say I'm the most influential person in footwear right now.
There's no way to humbly say that.
You cannot give me any advice.
All right, how did you write I love condoms? Okay, come on.
I just thought about what I love.
Right here, the man.
Hey, mama.
I'm a mama boyfriend. I'm a little husband. I'm a little mother. I don't want that now. I want that goose right now.
You know, I just got back my IQ scores and they were Mensa level, 133, 98 percentile, like straight up Sigmund Freud, Tesla vibes.
But listen to that last name.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
George Luke.
Yeah.
Kiss.
Yeah.
He's the main character in Star Wars. He kissed his sister. For Mark Ronson, I'm Amy Winehouse. If I don't get up here for Album of the Year, you deserve it just as much as me. I deserve it too.
If I don't win, the award show loses credibility.
Got a house music, hot doom 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 doom, hot doom 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 doom, doom doom doom, like.
Where's the bass? Where's the beat?
But as soon as people start playing games, I stop. I stop playing games. And at any moment, I can hit that yay button.
I never grow
that
up.
Yay button.
I'm a grown-ass kid. Picasso is dead. Steve Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead.
Kanye West, those are Euroskew.
We culture. Rap is the new rock and roll. We the rock stars.
Takashi Murakami, one of the foremost pop. No, don't clap, man, because I got more info.
When I run for president in 2024, we're gonna definitely know what y'all laughing at. You hear about slavery for 400 years? For 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
I'm sorry, that was just my opinion.
It's like, I almost borderline like being sued because it's the only time where I can be myself. Kim Kardashian play Princess Leia because, you know, Kim Kardashian's ass is just perfect.
How you feel about the party so far?
I was waiting for the nip slip, and I was satisfied.
Do you feel like your attitude towards women has changed since having daughters?
Nah, I still look at Pornhub and...
Is that like a magic stick? You got the magic. What is it?
Say that.
Oh, sorry.
You know what that is?
What is the magic stick? Oh, sorry.
We know we like you.
Shut the fuck
You
up.
left
It's
it-
4 a.m., you blood-sucking mosquito.
I see stuff from the future, and I'm always like, I'm such a futurist that I have to like slow down and talk in the present.
No fair, he's got a gun from the future.
JC, call me, bro. You still ain't called me.
It's been like that now for a minute.
It's been like that for a minute, Hedy Slimane. I don't answer questions in simple sound bites. You are tasting a fine wine. It has multiple notes to it. I am the #1 human being in music. That means any person that's living or breathing is #2.
I don't care about having a legacy. I don't care about being remembered.
50 is Eminem's favorite rapper, and I'm my favorite rapper.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, Kanye, give us 3 things that are hairy.
Balls, balls, balls. I'm just extremely happy. Can you tell by my face?
My greatest pain in life is I will never be able to see me perform.
The wife got a big butt, and I just see our life becoming more and more and more like The Incredibles until we can finally fly.
Kanye, what's the best part about being a dad?
The kids.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Because look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? I'm on the Maybach. Y'all got the Maybach. I'm on the Maybach. Look at that.
There's a little bit of Lamborghini in everything I do.
All right. What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
It's like, shut the fuck up. I will fucking laser you with alien fucking eyes and explode your fucking head.
Every single night, we just watch Family Feud.
You
Like
told me
once a
that
day.
once before.
Gotta have a feud.
But I want to say that my wife has dated broke black dudes. You know? George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I have decided in 2020 to run for president.
Can you believe that? Can you believe we don't have a jacuzzi?
And do it yourself.
How, Sway? Why do you think the song Niggas in Paris is called Niggas in Paris? Because niggas was in Paris.
Everybody in Atlanta right now at the Louis Vuitton
That's
store. if
fair.
you're black, don't go to Louis Vuitton today.
To all my South Side niggas that know me best, I feel like Taylor Swift might owe me sex. That and Taylor Swift, fake ass.
It's very hard for a woman to, want to be with someone that's with Amber Rose. So she wasn't sending nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to take 30 showers before I got with Kim, you know what I mean? I am Kanye West. Martin Louis the King Jr. Address me as such.
Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. I just told you. I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all. I got liposuction. The earth, what do you say? The sun revolved around the earth,
right?
Vice versa.
Connective, like melody. I don't know if connective is a word, but I create my own language. I don't give a fuck.
Am I venturing into the fashion?
Come on, man.
Did you see this color? Have y'all ever seen Wreck-It Ralph? Hold on, this train going by.
We don't give a fuck!
Jesus!
We don't give a fuck!
Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Bro, can't nobody pay me.
You got more money than Trump.
I got more money than Trump. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Yeah, name 3 things you do when no one is looking.
Smile. If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself.
What? Thank you, Shadow. Good night. Have a good one. Alright. I think I'm gonna go to bed too, y'all. I'm fucking tired of shit. But